Hi, and welcome to Techie Thursday. Today I'm going to show you how to take the Bloom plugin, activate it, and configure it. And what the Bloom plugin does is it allows you to take your blog visitors, collect their name and email address, and tie it to your autoresponder and assign it to one of your email lists. I hope you find value in this video, and I'll talk to you again soon. All right, so let's get started here. Today we're going to talk about activating your Bloom plugin and then showing you how to configure it and connect it back to your email autoresponder. So what you see here is your WordPress dashboard, and I assume that you know how to log into your WordPress. Basically, you go to your site /wp-admin, and it'll prompt you for your ID and password. That'll bring you to your dashboard. Now, to activate the plugin, you can see you don't see Bloom here in my sidebar. You have to go to plugins. Now, in the plugins, you'll see Bloom listed. All you have to do is click activate. This will just take a minute. And now you can see the Bloom plugin is activated, and it also appeared over here in the left-hand sidebar. So click on Bloom in the sidebar. And here you can see that I have the news or the Bloom opt-in box that I use on my site. And real quickly, I'll just show you what that looks like. So when a new user goes to or a visitor comes to my site, there's a 5-second delay, and then they'll see my opt-in box for my newsletter. And that'll only happen once if they stay on this page. If they leave this page, so say they go to my blog post, now here it's going to show up when they start to scroll. Now if they went back to my home page, after the 5-second delay, it'll show up again. And that's something that you can configure. So let's get in here and let's create a new opt-in. And we're going to make this simple. And then, the best way to go in and fancy it up is to get in here and just play with the settings. And there's a preview button. You'll be able to see what it looks like prior to publishing. If you don't like it, then don't save it, and you can go in and try something new. So I'm going to choose new opt-in. I'll do the same type. Actually, I'm just going to leave the name. I don't know if we'll just call it video opt-in. So that's the name of the opt-in. Nobody sees that. Your form integration. So this is your email autoresponder. You can see there's a whole bunch of different ones auto-populated. I use Aweber. I already have my account set up. If you don't have your account set up, you can easily just click Add Account and then follow the instructions to connect back to your Aweber. Once you choose your account, it'll populate all of your email lists. So choose the email list that you want to use, and then go to design. Now here you can choose a template, whatever you want. I'm not going to choose any of these. I'm just going to go right to customize. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you preview. And if you did nothing else to your form, this is what would pop up, which isn't bad at all. A little generic, but it's not bad, and at least it gives you a place to capture your visitor's email and tie it back to your autoresponder and email list. But to come in here and customize, I'll show you a few quick things. Here you can put any image you like. I don't like using an image, but you certainly could. You can move it around and then just click the preview. You can see I moved it to the right. You can take it out. See, I like the way it's clean. Up here, you can change this if you want. Join my newsletter for my best marketing tips. Again, you can customize this message if you want. Now you could also change, you can bold, you can italicize, you can change the text color. You know, you have a lot of different options. If you wanted to change the background, you could do that. That's not one that I would use. I was just showing you. You can change your font. I don't know what all of these look like, so we'll just choose one, see what happens. You can make the corners rounded. I mean, there's a whole bunch of ridiculous options. You can choose a border. You can see this is the border that I used. Here, if you want to add the name field, just check this box. If you want to change the text on your button, you can do that here. Sign up now. You can see it's on the bottom. You could also move it to the right or move it to the left, whichever you prefer. You can change your button color. And there's a whole bunch of different options here. You can change your edge. You can see here, there's the edge. If you want a footer, you can do that. What are they going to see after they subscribe? You've successfully subscribed. You can change this to something you customize if you choose to do that. So now we designed the box. Now where do we want this to come in and how do we want it to show up? So here you can move it around. You can bounce it in. I slide mine down. Trigger after time delay. That's what I was talking about earlier. So you can trigger it to show up X amount of seconds after your page loads. I have mine set to 5. For this one, I'm going to set this one to 8 seconds, and you'll see why in a second. You can choose if you want it to show up at the bottom of your posts. You can choose what pages it shows up on. I normally do my home page and my posts. If you have categories for your posts, for your blogs, they'll show up here. So theoretically, you could have a different opt-in for each different category. I don't necessarily recommend that because a lot of times what I have is I'll have multiple categories for my blog posts. So it'll be blogging and mindset or all of them. And if I have a different opt-in for each one, all 5 of them are going to try and show up. So I don't necessarily recommend that. You could choose just which ones it shows up on. I do all of them. You can specify what pages. You can exclude posts. You can exclusively include posts. So let's see what this is going to look like. Actually, since mine slides down, I'm going to slide this one in from the right so you can see the difference. So I'm going to save and exit, and here you see the second box. the second opt-in. So let's go back to my page, and I'm going to refresh. Now you're going to see my original one come in first, 5-second delay. And then 3 seconds later, you're going to see the second one come in. And there you have it. So if I didn't want my first one, I just wanted the second one, all I would have to do is edit my first box and take off the home page. Now if I refresh, 8 seconds later, you'll only see the box we just created. And that's all there is to it. It's a great feature. It gives you a little bit of a pro look, and there's not much to doing the configuration. But, you know, like I said earlier, the best thing that you could do is basically just set up the box or set up your opt-in. You know, you can keep all the options as a default. On part 1, make sure that you choose your autoresponder, add your account, and choose your list. And after you do that and you save and exit, even if you kept all the other options as default, you now have a spot where your blog visitors can sign up for your newsletter or for whatever purpose you're capturing their name and email for, automatically, and it'll be ready for you. So that's all there is to the Bloom plugin, how to configure it, and what it'll look like when you activate it on your page. I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you all again soon. Take care.